You stupid elders! Can you not greet me? Can't you see how beautiful I am? No one in this village is wealthy like my father. You saw me while I was passing, but none of you greeted me. Let me see how you do meeting with these kola nuts.
Adaora bent slightly, slapped her buttocks loudly, and hissed, "Shh!" The elders froze. They were seated in a circle, deep in their meeting, kola nuts neatly arranged before them. Before anyone could raise a voice or even clear a throat, Adaora kicked the tree hard. The kola nuts scattered across the ground, rolling into the dust. "I have told everyone in this village," she said sharply, her voice filled with pride, "to greet me whenever I am passing." She placed both hands firmly on her waist and straightened her back. "Can't you see how beautiful I am?" She turned slowly, deliberately, showing off her glowing skin and her big, well-curved waist, enjoying the silence that followed her words. "I deserve respect," she added. Then she turned around and walked away, her steps confident and careless. Only when she was gone did the elders notice something was wrong. An elderly man was sitting on the ground. Pa Eze. He had been pushed aside in her careless walk, his body too weak to withstand her force. His walking stick lay a distance away from him. His hands trembled as he tried to rise. The elders rushed to him immediately. "Easy, easy," one of them said as they helped him up. Their faces hardened. The air around them felt heavy. They stood still for a long moment, then slowly, one after the other, they rose to their feet. Their voices were low, calm, and dangerous. "Let it be heard," one elder said. "Let it be remembered," another added. They spoke together, their words steady and final. On the day Adaora finally receives the best news of her life, the pride that walks this land shall fall. She shall be turned into a very tiny dwarf. The leaves above them rustled faintly. The elders sat back down. Adaora walked through the village paths without a care in the world. Girls bent low to greet her one after the other. "Good afternoon, Adaora." She passed them proudly, her head held high. Sometimes she brushed past them roughly. Other times she deliberately marched into them as she walked away, never looking back. No one challenged her. Everyone knew who her father was, the richest man in the village, owner of lands, barns, and influence. And Adaora was his only daughter. At home, servants rushed to her at the sound of her footsteps. Whatever she wanted was given to her. Whatever she disliked was removed immediately. She had never been told no. That night, Adaora slept peacefully.
The next morning, the sun rose slowly over the village, painting the red earth and mud houses in warm gold. Birds sang softly, but Adaora did not care. She rose from her bed, her glowing skin and curvy figure as proud as ever, and headed toward the stream where the village women usually gathered. As she walked through the village paths, the usual group of young girls bent low to greet her, just as they always did. Adaora's eyes scanned them one by one, her pride swelling with satisfaction, until she noticed one girl, a quiet, humble girl who did not bend. Adaora stopped abruptly. The girl kept her head high, staring at the ground, refusing to acknowledge her. "Hey!" Adaora shouted, her voice sharp as a whip. She strode forward, grabbed her by her shoulder, and slapped her hard across the cheek. "How dare you not greet me? Bend down, you poor thing." The girl shivered, lowered herself immediately, and muttered an apology. Adaora smirked and walked past satisfied. At the stream, Adaora walked as usual, washing her hands in the cool water, smoothing her beautiful Ankara dress, and enjoying the whispers that followed her every step. Soon, a group of young, handsome men approached. They smiled, their eyes lingering on her face, trying to start conversations about marriage. "Good morning, Adaora. Would you—" Before a single word could finish, Adaora knocked one on the head with the back of her hand, pushed another roughly, and walked away with her usual arrogance, tossing her head and letting her long hair fall across her shoulders. The villagers began to gossip immediately. Who would marry this troublemaker? She is beautiful, yes, but her heart is cruel. They say her father is rich, but will money even help? Adaora ignored them all. She returned to her father's grand compound. Inside, her father was seated, speaking quietly with a business partner about land deals. She walked straight in without greeting anyone. Her eyes fed on the drink set on the table. Without a second thought, she picked it up, drank it, and immediately grimaced. "Who made this drink? It doesn't taste well," she snapped, glaring at the nearest maid. Before the girl could explain herself, she slapped her and pushed her away, storming off like she owned the house. Her father's face burned with shame, but he remained silent. He had always tried to guide her, but Adaora's arrogance and cruelty had become too strong. Weeks passed, and rumors of her arrogance filled the village. People whispered about her beauty, her wealth, and her terrible manners. Yet, fate had plans that no one could foresee. One day, a handsome young man, wealthy and noble, returned to the village to purchase some land. His tall frame, chiseled face, and confident stride drew immediate attention. When Adaora met him, something unexpected happened. The arrogance faded from her face. For a moment, their eyes met, and a strange warmth filled the air. The villagers watched as they began to talk, laugh, and eventually discuss marriage. Adaora's parents were overjoyed. Perhaps they thought this man could change their daughter. Finally, the day of her wedding arrived. The entire village gathered, colorful Ankara fabrics flowing like rivers of light in the sun. Adaora stood at the altar, radiant, her heart filled with pride and excitement. The handsome groom waited, beaming. The priest asked, "Do you, Adaora, take this man to be your husband in wealth, health, and life?" Adaora raised her hand, ready to say "I do," and then it happened. The air grew cold. A strange wind circled the altar. Adaora's body began to shrink before the eyes of everyone. Gasps filled the crowd. Her beautiful curves disappeared. Her radiant height vanished. Within moments, Adaora became a tiny dwarf, no taller than a child. The villagers stared, some in shock, others with a faint sense of satisfaction. Her suitors, those who once tried to talk to her, fled in shame, whispering behind their hands. Even in her tiny form, Adaora's arrogance remained. She shouted at the villagers, commanding them to come back, warning them of her anger. But no one listened. They stayed away, unsure whether to fear or pity her. Her father, heartbroken, tried to console her. "Adaora, you must ask for forgiveness. Beg the village." She did so. From house to house she went, tiny and humbled, asking for forgiveness, her voice small but determined. Slowly, the villagers forgave her. They accepted her, though the dwarf she had become remained a reminder of the elders' curse. From that day onwards, Adaora lived indoors most of the time, ashamed and thoughtful. She never regained her former size, but she learnt painfully that arrogance and cruelty could not escape consequences. Moral lesson: pride and arrogance, no matter how beautiful or rich, invite punishment. Respect others, even if they seem beneath you. Actions have consequences, and sometimes fate
fate delivers them in ways we never expect. Please subscribe for more stories.